This program is proudly brought to you by the VAFA Live Official app. With live scores, team stats, player stats and much, much more. Everything you need for the VAFA in the palm of your hand. Download it from the App Store or Google Play now.
G'day guys, James Boyce here with Complete Sports Management. We're down here at Carey where Old Carey have gone down to Old Brighton by 28 points. I'm joined by Michael Tarrant, coach of Old Carey. Michael almost got the job done.
Wow, yes.
3 goals up at quarter time, and then obviously couldn't get the win. Talk to me about the, roller coaster of emotions you would have gone through today. I know I experienced it. How was it from your end?
Oh, look, it was. I thought it was a rewarding day. I know people will say you didn't win, but just the way we played and the spirit that we showed, our ball movement was terrific. Full credit to Brighton. They were a little bit fitter than us, a bit more mature at the end and fitter, but. Yeah, the first 3 quarters were incredible to watch, and we couldn't miss goals. So it was a really enjoyable day.
Yeah, you mentioned your ball movement there. I thought for the first 3 quarters it was brilliant, and I guess the best I've seen all season, the way you were switching the ball and then moving through the corridor. So I guess what enabled that to happen so well in the first 3 quarters, and then what kind of stopped it in the last quarter, do you reckon?
Well, I think Brighton their on-ballers I thought were a little bit more experienced and fitter. So what I noticed is the ruckman started to get on top of us towards the 3rd quarter and was just hitting it to space well, and they were just more mature at set plays, I thought, particularly in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So I thought we were hanging in there a little bit towards the end of the 3rd quarter, but you hit the nail on the head. I think we spread a lot more today, and we were a little bit more tired through playing that way of footy towards the end of the game.
Yeah, and obviously looking at the season overall now, I guess obviously a pretty challenging season for you coming up a division, just the 1 win. So I guess obviously had a very young side all year too. So what were the challenges you faced during the season, and what positives can you take out of this year?
Oh, look, it's tough. I mean, you come second last year, and you go up a grade. So it's always going to be tough if you're not ready for it. And unfortunately, we're not. The facts are we're not ready for it. So I think what you get out of it, I think we already knew through 2016 is what you get out of it is if you don't have depth at your football club and you get a few injuries, you're in a lot of trouble. And the better clubs seem to have that more depth and I suppose a bit more professionalism in their setups to remain up. Yeah. So that's the biggest difference I see.
And just finally, what does the pre-season look like for you and for Carey?
Oh, well, I'm not coaching next year, so last game today. So I don't know what they're going to do, but I'll enjoy the break. So they'll have a solid pre-season. They've done a lot of work to get, I suppose, to competitive in A grade most games. So look, they'll go back to B grade and be very strong, I would assume.
Well, that's all from us here. Last round down at Carey, where Carey have gone down to Brighton. I'll now throw over to Daniel with Old Brighton. Thank you.
Thanks, James. I'm joined by Greg, the coach of Old Brighton. A really good comeback from your boys in that game. After you struggled for the first 3 quarters. What was it about that last quarter that you think allowed you guys to get back into the game and really pull off that comeback?
Look, it's been probably a bit of the story of the whole year. Our persistence has been very good, and we're really helped today. Again, our leaders were really good when they needed to be, and I thought young Anthony Zimmerman led from the front today. And look, to their credit, they kicked really well. It was unusual to kick 12 goals straight in a game, and I think the way the scoring shots were going, it was almost only a matter of time before we'd hit the front and then be able to have a good solid win.
You mentioned Anthony Zimmerman. He's obviously been in and out of the side going up to the VFL. Where do you see his future lying with this club and also just his footy in general? Yeah,
look, he can be a really good player with us. I'm not sure what his movements are going to be next year. He may give the VFL another go. I'm not too sure, but he was really good today, and he's the size of the ground helped him. I thought the way he worked at it, he's been really good in all the games that he's played, but today he got a fair bit more of the ball and hurt the people on the scoreboard today.
Yeah, and you also had young Will Lewis back today. He kicked a couple and missed a few shots that you'd normally back him in. What's the update with him, and how is he able to come back into the side so quickly after pretty serious injury?
Yeah, look, he's had an old stress fracture of the back, so it wasn't a new one. He's done a really good rehab program over the last 6 weeks, and we certainly had missed him. And he kicked 2-5 today, and he was a really good presence. So he'll be okay again. He'll do his rehab again and be ready to go next year. So it was good having him back today.
Yeah, you speak about next year, obviously game finishes and still waiting on the Collegians result. What's the mood in the room as those results are filtering through, and what do you ultimately take from this season as a result of Collegians making finals in your place?
Yeah, look, it's a good question, and yeah, it's a bit of a weird feeling, really. You know, we knew at three-quarter time that Collegians were in front, but we just had to do what we did. And look, congratulations to Collegians and all the other teams. Collegians beat us once, and they were able to win today. And look, it's a mixed feeling, but we had enough chances throughout the course of the year to finish in the finals, and we weren't good enough ultimately. So the players know that, and they're aware of it, and they've just got to work really hard over the pre-season to give themselves a chance next year. Yeah,
well, best of luck for next year, and congratulations on an excellent year this year. A number of really strong wins, and especially Zabs and Scobbs, a couple of big wins there. Yeah, thanks for joining me again this year, Greg. That's all from us here at Carey, where Old Brighton have defeated Old Carey by 28 points.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.